Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and it is on like Donkey Kong. This right here is Brad Garlinghouse retweeting the 60 Minutes clip where they do these previews when they're leading up to Sunday when they do their show. So 60 Minutes put this out today. Watch this. This is a preview.
Crypto for all of us.
Brad Garlinghouse's cryptocurrency company and two others contributed $144 million to support pro-crypto Republicans and Democrats running for Congress. 85% won.
It's incredible.
So in your mind, is the message for any lawmaker looking to run for office that they have to take your industry seriously, fear your industry?
How about that? That is a huge moment, folks. This is going to get this is going to open up the eyes of a lot of America that has not even been in this. And he says, and it's official, the interview I gave to 60 Minutes about crypto's fight with regulatory clarity in the U.S. will air live this Sunday, December 8th, and available here afterwards. Timing is everything, folks. Real USD is coming out any minute. But here's another thing I wanted to show you. I want to illustrate. You have any idea the power of what used to be the XRP army, but now is the XRP family? I said, hey, 60 Minutes, take note of your Brad Garlinghouse preview already has close to 300K. It's far beyond that now. Watch. Look at the view. I want you to look at the views on this. It's almost 1 million views. I want you to truly appreciate how powerful this XRP family is in social media, on X especially, and YouTube as well. Because look at this. The girl, Kate Winslet, they did a preview for her because she was on last weekend. Now this has gotten more views because of the XRP family, because this was at 11,000 views this morning before I brought attention to it. But I was trying to bring to 60 Minutes attention, hey, take note of the Brad Garlinghouse preview. Already has close to 300K views versus Kate Winslet's 11K. Feel the power of the XRP family. If you don't think that 60 Minutes and all these people are going to take note of this, think again, folks. This is huge. And this guy, Jorge G. De La C, says they will have the largest audience in the history of 60 Minutes. We have been waiting for this for many years. And he's right. I want to remind everybody, Link2 is one of the only platforms online that has been given people access to Ripple private equity. Ripple private equity is not available on the platform right now, but that doesn't mean that it can't or won't be in the coming days, especially with these kind of things and the 60 Minutes things coming out. So what I want to say to you is this. If you haven't, Link2 is my sponsor, but if you haven't opened an account yet, go to link2.com or download the Link2 app. They have an accreditation process that you have to go through, and they've streamlined it about as good as anybody. But you can go through that process so that you're up and ready, and then you have to fund accounts on these things. So you got to be up and ready so that you're ready when this stuff comes when and if this stuff comes available. All right, so there's that. Now, the other thing you need to be aware of is that this XRP Las Vegas is selling out faster than it's ever sold out. We're already past the halfway mark of of the amount of people that came last year. We've already passed it. It's not even January, and this thing's in May. You're also going to have Bitcoin Las Vegas there at the same time. So if you're going to get tickets, you may as well buy them as gifts for Christmas, because I'm afraid this thing will be, I believe it could even be sold out. If we get another price surge, I believe it could even be sold out before January. I mean, that's how crazy this is. And here's just a few. These are just they haven't even put on the website all the people that are coming yet. I know for a fact there's going to be people from Ripple. They're like major people, but they're not announced yet. Cody Carbone from the Digital Chamber is going to be there, I would imagine. I don't know, don't quote me, but Perry Ann Boring was there last year. I wouldn't be surprised if she came this year too. Chris Giancarlo, I believe, is coming. They've got all these names up. Simon McLaughlin, CEO of Uphold, Kevin Maloney, CEO of iTrustCapital. And there's going to be, I've already talked to Brad Combs, trust me, this is going to be a whole new paradigm. It's going to be, I believe it's going to be 3 or 4 times bigger than last year, which last year was big. There were lines like down the hallways last year. It was crazy. Now, Crypto Insight UK is calling for an all-time high this weekend. He must see something in the charts. I'm all for that. Wanted to show this. This is Cointelegraph Insight. XRP bulls could face bloodbath if Bitcoin dominance rises, from an analyst. And I said, you'll never see them write this article in reverse. Bitcoin bulls could face bloodbath because of XRP dominance. But I think that's what we're headed for. Now, I want to show you this because this is important. Just in U.S. banks, we're told to keep their distance from crypto, according to the FDIC letters that Coinbase execs argue are a smoking gun, proving that debanking was the government's plan. And and then there was this from Paul Graywall. He's the chief legal counsel for Coinbase, regarding letters that show Operation Choke Point 2.0 wasn't just some crypto conspiracy theory. FDIC is still hiding behind way overbroad redactions, and they still haven't produced more than a fraction of them. Now, when I heard redactions, I said, redactions, you say? Remember the redactions from the SEC with Bill Hinman?
See this?
And it's pages of that.
This is an entire page of every single word on the page redacted, and there's pages of it.
This is your transparent Securities Exchange Commission.
Holy moly.
It's not just the SEC. This is your criminal government that we've all been having to live under, is what that is. Let's call it what it is. Speaking of criminal, Gary Gensler right here, he says, ABA, this will be my last speech as SEC chairman. Oh, we're going to miss you so bad. Stuart Alderati says, instead of standing down and pausing crypto litigation with new leadership just weeks away, Gensler's SEC filed an 81-page brief in the Binance case yesterday, recycling the same failed arguments, including the absurd and unsupported claim that crypto has no inherent value. John Deaton says, then maybe they should actually reread Howey, because this is what it literally states. If that test be satisfied, it is immaterial whether the enterprise is speculative or non-speculative, or whether there is a sale of property with or without intrinsic value. Emphasis added. It was a lawyer at the SEC. If I was a lawyer at the SEC, I would refuse to sign my name to such nonsense. But John, you're not a bad guy. And then Cowboy X, who is the official cowboy of the Digital Asset Investor channel, says the SEC actually mentioned XRP on page 22. The gall of these people is unbelievable. Now look at this CoinDesk article. Citi says altcoins may benefit more than Bitcoin under a more permissive U.S. regulatory regime following Donald Trump. Well, of course they will. And I said, how can they not? Bitcoin and Ethereum were given a fake regulatory pass that all of crypto has been living under since the Bill Hinman speech. Neither went through a lawsuit or got legislation giving them any special status. The market has been skewed by regulatory capture. The chickens are coming home to roost. Bitcoin and Ethereum were never the better blockchains worthy of their market caps, period. And here is Stellar, is she the CEO or the president? I can't even remember. Danelle Dixon, I think she's CEO of Stellar, in front of Congress.
Considerable work has been done to create a dollar-backed stablecoin, something that I'm very passionate about. I think it's time for this to happen. It's my hope that a payment stablecoin bill will pass through both chambers of Commerce and will be signed into law by the president. What does this mean for the future of stablecoins, and what opportunities will this unlock for the average American consumer and small business if we get the stablecoin legislation done?
Thank you so much, Congressman. I always thought that this stablecoin legislation was the low-hanging fruit, and apparently hasn't come out to be that, because we haven't been able to, with all the work that you've done, still haven't been able to get it through. I think that stablecoin legislation provides unique opportunity to be able to not only set the United States up as a leader, because we will be the first one who have come out and purposely set the direction, and also have 99% of the stable coins in the world are US-backed stable coins. So we'll be stronger from that standpoint too. What Americans will be, and also folks outside the US will be able to do, is send and receive value in seconds that's stable, one-to-one backed value. And that is very, very important, not just to the creativity of what the financial system could be, but also just leveraging value that that others outside the United States couldn't hold.
Very well, thank you very much.
Interesting clip. Now, I'm gonna skip that. This is too long. Boy, the people, they've come out of the woodwork. The people that are attacking XRP have come out of the woodwork, and why wouldn't they? They're getting their butts kicked in the market. But I wanted to show you who is. I don't have to read what they said. Ava Labs founder and CEO is one of them. Yay for Ripple, please. Anyway, taking shots at Ripple, and then the guy. He's not at Chainlink, but he's the community liaison, whatever that means. He accused us of being a cult, and so I said the XRP family has now been called a cult twice in a week. Once was Crypto Bitlord, but he was kind of making a joke out of it. XRP's up 327% in 30 days, past the Kool-Aid. And then same guy, this same guy, Zach Rhines, he's the one that he's tweeted a couple of times about XRP and the XRP army. So I went, and as long as you're talking trash, I like to go look around, see what people are up to. This is the Chainlink SmartCon. This is one of their conferences. This is him. I'm assuming he's Russian. And then, well, let me go through like this. And then look who he is hanging out with. Look who's there speaking with him at the conference. Dr. Zhao Feng of the Hashkey Group. The same Hashkey Group that's, I think it's like a subsidiary of Wang Zhang. Same Wang Zhang that funded Ethereum and Prometheum. Here he is at the Wang Zhang Blockchain Conference. Over our 2-week stay, we attended one of the top blockchain conferences. Our first set event was in Shanghai International Blockchain Week, where Sergey, there he is, hosted the prestigious Wang Zhang Blockchain Conference panel discussion that included Vitalik Buterin. It's a small world, isn't it, folks? And I said, I wonder why this guy isn't attacking China coins, only XRP. Seems like we've seen this movie before. Talk about stepping in the wrong ant bed. That's what it's called when you come at the XRP family the wrong way. I'm gonna skip these. I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna go into DAI XRP now. Here's what we're gonna do in DAIXRP.com. In my last video, I went over some of the things I own that I don't really talk about out here, but every bull market I kind of get into. I get into a few with some of my play money that are like smaller cap type stuff that I can get a lot of for cheap, and I play that game by it's kind of fun. And so I'm going to tell you the 4, setting aside XRP and Bitcoin, which I own 1 Bitcoin now, and I have plenty XRP, but setting those aside, I'm going to talk about the other, I think it's 4 that I have bought somewhat recently in the last month or 2, and some of the things people are saying about what those are going to do. All right. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Away we go.